Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to the monthly Akashic Records reading. So yes, I'm going to be doing this reading this month. Sometimes we skip some months, and this month it kept guiding me back to the Akashic Records, and I kept saying, I don't have time for this. It's been so crazy. And I know from the comments, everybody has been overwhelmed by so much going on, right? Between personal and work and the world, it's just like, who has time to do a video, watch a video, anything else? And then all of a sudden this morning, it was dead quiet. Like all of a sudden, no one's bothering me. And so then here it was almost like, here you go. Here's your time that you said you didn't have, right? So as I was setting up the cards, I even had to look back into the roster of me posting, like what were the decks that I used to use for this and everything else. I said, wow, I have to go all the way back to like May to figure out what the cards I used in the format. And I said, oh my gosh, I can't believe I don't remember this. And it was like, then the message was, yeah, that's why you're doing it, because you don't remember. You don't even remember the last messages that were in the last video. So it's very funny. It's like, it's always this message, like we get all these messages, signs, symbols, messages, and we get, whether it comes through readings or direct, it's because we don't remember, right? That was like one of the first messages I got that was so clear when I was younger. It was like, it's all these things you already know, you just don't remember, right? And people around us, they just don't remember. And that's like that's a overstatement of a lot. Like we just don't remember a lot. So a lot that comes through spiritually is us just confirmation and reminder, right? Reminds me of the Remember You deck, right? So remember. But then they were making me laugh. It was like making me tear up and laugh at the same time, being called out. Like, you don't even remember the last video messages, because it's like back to life, back to being consumed, back to being, doing a million people, trying to be a million people, a million things, an octopus in your hands and everything. And yeah, we don't remember. Okay, so you're gonna find very often you do get repeat messages, you do get confirmation, almost like if you didn't hear it the first time, we'll give it to you a second time. If you didn't hear it the second time, we'll give it to you the third time. And it's almost like, it's so funny because it is the personality of those right? So that's what I was saying in another reading. It's not just one. You know how people say you have one guide, you have one. No, this is like everyone that's passed over, people you probably don't even remember, are like helping you out. And it's the same personality, just like you know my personality through here, I know yours. You pick up the tone and the personality. It is so funny because they will seriously overwhelm you with love and encouragement, but at the same time, like, make you tear up and laugh because you do kind of get called out. Like, nobody knows you better than them, right? So it's so funny. It's so funny. It's just so funny. Anyway, so pay attention again to everything that you're getting that supports you at this time, not just with great ideas of what to do in your life, but kind of, bringing you back to your own energy. It was coming out a lot too, is like, as much as everything's going on and we're getting pinged every 24 seconds, like hold your own energy and do more things that do hold your own energy. So going back to the very first thing I said, when I said, oh, I don't have so much time to do these videos anymore. Well, it's like, well, make the time, create the time. I have like some hobbies that went to the wayside. It's like, start making more time for that too. And you should do the same. Like whatever feeds your heart or it clears your mind out of fear and worry, just the space to, do more of. Something as simple as taking a shower. It was so frenetic crazy. I was like, I can't remember the last time I mean, this sounds gross, but it was like a couple of days where I was like, oh my, are you kidding me? Like I didn't take a shower even. I mean, give me a moment, right? Like everybody can relate. So we are being guided to give yourself more moments, especially as it gets crazier. And keep your sense of humor, because sometimes, things are so outrageous. It's like you still just have to have your sense of humor. All right, so we're going to get into this. I know I'm babbling a little bit. Clear out your mind and heart. Just get ready to receive. We're going to dive in deep to the Akashic Records. So much so, we're going to go into the guidebook for the Akashic force that's backing us all through August. August feels so much lighter, brighter. It just did. And we got so much about the sun supporting your efforts. And you could find, of all the months, I was like so much more excited about August. It felt like lift off, and lift up. Like lift up off my shoulders and lift up of energy. And, you know, like that's what August felt like. So here's to hopefully a better, easier month in August. So, but we're going to dive into the Akashic Force and for the energy that's backing us. We're also going to talk about divine energy. We're going to talk about the divine feeding you deck. What's the divine feeding you at this time? In the last reading, when we used this, it was divine energy. They're feeding you divine energy for your divine power. We'll talk about the divine power messages for August. Divine abundance, real divine abundance. This is your source. No matter what's going on in the world and all the changes, and, you know, it feels like not stable and opening and welcoming in the world with opportunity, this is your source, real divine abundance. And what are the messages? We are going to start closing it with divine spirit messages. This is divine spirit messages from loved ones passed on, your spirit guides. And this is more direct guidance for what just came out, to sum it up, to hold in our minds and hearts. And of course, we're going to end it with pure love from spirit, which I feel like this all is. So whatever the length of the video, I'll look up the angel number message on that website and I'll post it as the first pinned comment on the video, which I do for all my readings. I love how it sums up miraculously what just came out in the reading. I don't know how that works. I just know it does. It gives me confirmation and like you can't make this up kind of feeling. And that's what I need. And it's that kind of magic. Like for me, that's the magic. And whatever does it for you, that is the magic for you, don't lose sight of that in the crazy. You know, let it come through loud and clear and hold on to that. And yeah, I mean, because that just, all of a sudden I'm sitting so upright in my chair and it's like, remember you, remember what you're connected to, remember what shows up for you in the good, in the bad, in the crazy, in the ups and the downs. It keeps you more aligned and stable to ride it out intact and much more calm, cool, connected. Okay. All right. So take a sip of coffee with me this morning. Hold on one second. Okay. And you'll be, it's so funny. People make fun of me, but this even has a butterfly. I guess I was online at Costco and the cashier was like, you're really into butterflies, aren't you? I guess because I have all the butterfly jewelry too. I was like, yes, I am. Butterfly is freedom. Okay. So we were laughing about that. Okay. Hold on. Okay, let's get into it. So we're going to tap into the Akashic Records first. Again, just clear out now. Just get ready to receive. This is love support backing for the month of August. Just relax. Exhale. Exhale, exhale, exhale. And just get ready to receive some support. It's making me smile already. It's making me smile already. Look out for ways that things show up for you in August that are just going to make, okay, I'm getting the Queen of Forces because they are supporting your power here, no doubt about it. Your balance here, no doubt about it. Your empowerment, your light, no doubt about it. Your intuition, what all that you're connected to, no doubt about it. And so in August, you could feel that you are rising and you're embodying this, and it is going to feel outrageous that you are almost like the equalizer, the balancer, you're balancing it all. So there's something about feeling empowered and like so intuitive and connected at the same time. And they're keeping you in this fashion. So this is your embodiment. So I want to get into that. I want to get into that. We're going to get into that deeply. I just want to see if they want anything else to come out with this Queen of Forces. But they're supporting you to be the Queen of Forces. And I have chills. Okay, this is, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I have to clear my throat so many times. I apologize. But it's like, no, they're making it clear. Like as much as they're clearing my throat out, it's like, make no mistake. Stop holding yourself back, down, denying, or anything else. They're having you rise like this, to know that you have less support backing to be this now. And this is everything that's coming through is going to support this. So this is you to embody. I don't care if you're male or female or anything. This is what they want you to embody. And everything that's coming through right now is so that you're embodying this at this time. And that's what can fill your heart and almost put tears in your eyes, because you're going to find things showing up, signs, symbols, messages, anything. Like I said, they're not just giving you brilliant ideas through your clairs to use in your life, but what is supporting your energy to be the Queen of Forces here. Just like when they kept on getting the Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, supporting your power here in the physical, all that it takes, right? Between the light and the dark. And how do you be the balancer and still hold your own here and hold your own light and your connection here? And I hear myself talk and I hear myself do these videos and I still don't give it justice, right? You just got to feel what they're helping us do here. So the Queen of Forces, I have to find the forces. Hold on. So, oh my gosh. They're having me talk because it's almost like I keep skipping the Queen of Forces. But every reading I've been doing is almost like despite the world, despite the gravity of the world. They kept on saying despite the gravity of the world, not just the gravity of, oh, this lifts up and falls down, the darkness, the heaviness, the crazy. They are having us be the Queen of Forces. So you're applying that to the things that you're doing in your life. They're making sure that you're staying intact. You're holding your own energy. You're holding your own connection. You are using all your forces, all your abilities, all your capabilities, and you're bringing it into the moment, the present moment. You hear all the honking? It's almost like they're celebrating that ability, your capacity to do this against all odds, almost like to still be standing upright. Okay, so this card shows a woman balancing the energies of a sun in one hand and a moon in the other, with a river flowing beneath her feet. And the Queen of Forces represents a woman who can help to bring greater balance to your life. We had the balance card come out in the last weekly also. They're having you bring more balance to you, your life, your energy, others, circumstances, right? Okay, she brings they're talking about you, even though they're saying she, this is you. She brings an unusual combination of power and peace and creativity and receptivity in both her energy and her support. Sometimes this card can represent a person in your life, either you or another. And in this case, they're talking about you. This card is representing you coming into a phase of great power and great ability to sustain it with wonderful results. This is sustaining and holding this great power, right? And the ability to sustain it with wonderful results. So it's almost like despite the gravity, despite everything, just like what I was saying, this is saying you're coming into a phase of great power and ability to sustain it with wonderful results. There is a gift of grace and serene understanding when this card is upright. It's like you're holding your power, but then also the intuitive, amazing, divine wisdom as well, right? So anyway, it also brings new roles and new opportunities. Careers in many of the sciences, global communication, nature, energy may now be available to you. The Queen of Forces could also indicate the appearance of a possible love interest or an associate in business or creative project who has powerful influence and connections for you. So they're saying during this time, choose to support yourself as well. You hold the forces of the sun, which is creativity, and moon, receptivity. And only you yourself can direct the energy of your eternal life. So it's almost like you are bringing this energy to your life to make it better, right? And you are increasing your capacity and ability to do this. You're literally bringing the empowerment and the creativity of the sun along with this amazing divine wisdom, intuition, everything else, receptivity to your efforts, to your achievements, right? The ability to sustain it for wonderful results. So this is everything they're supporting. So let's talk about, feel this card, this embodiment, and here's the Akashic Force. Feel the Queen of Forces approach. She offers all sorts of support and energy. Who is she in your life? They're saying this is you. Take a deep breath and tap the inner part of you that rules the forces of the world. That rules the forces of the world. So they're having you kind of increase your ability to hold both in this world and apply it to bring it, that energy to your present moment, to the physical, to where you are right now, and you're going to have wonderful results. And so everything that's coming in August is supporting your ability and capability to be this Queen of Forces. And I am blown away. I am absolutely blown away. So what is the divine feeding you as the Queen of Forces to bring that to everything so that you are going to have wonderful results from being this embodiment at this time in August? I'm just going to put supporting you to be the Queen of Forces. Supporting you to be the Queen of Forces. The divine is feeding you divine abundance. They said with wonderful results. So literally they're feeding you divine abundance. You're going to have both the empowerment, creativity, and the powerhouse of being that intuitive divine wisdom, the queen of forces. That is abundant in itself, right? To embody that. And the wonderful results is going to be, you're going to be creating more real divine abundance for yourself with that energy. And so they're supporting your divine power to do that. And so you could find that you're really tapping in, and they're supporting your abilities to create real divine abundance for yourself when it comes to August. So let's see what your divine power, what they're saying your divine power is or should be in August as you're using your abilities to create more divine abundance. It's hitting it. It's hitting it. Yeah, you are divine power to make it beautiful for you and others. That's what they're giving you the ability to do in the big and the small, between your light and intuitive. You have the divine power to make it beautiful for you and others. You're creating divine abundance. You're making, I kept on saying this to someone, you're always making lemonade, always making lemonade. Whatever lemons you're getting, you're always making lemonade, right? You're standing strong in all your abilities, capabilities, and you are making that lemonade. You're creating your divine abundance. You're trying to make it more beautiful and better for you and others. You're using all you got, and they're supporting your efforts using all you got. And I have chills everywhere because all you got is different for each of us, but you're going to feel that you're kind of, every single time you kind of want to, like it came out in another reading, you've taken the hits. You almost want to like lay down, right? And they're like, rise, 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 rise. Use all your abilities now. You're creating it. Remember, we had 2 cards about creating it. It's you creating it. So they're supporting your empowerment, your creativity, your receptivity. You're using all you got. You're getting right back up. And it's your abilities to make it better and more beautiful for yourself and others and create more abundance here. So, and we're here with divine abundance. So talk about real divine abundance. Let's see what it's hitting those cards. Like the force, they're talking about the Queen of Forces. There are forces backing you. Do you see the force that it's hitting? There are forces here. Divine self-care actually naturally leads to creating even more real divine abundance. It lands here. It smacked the cards. You must support her. You must support yourself with your forces. And I remember when I kept on saying, you have to take care of your energy. You have to take care of your energy. They have me clearing my throat so much. We digest so much. We don't even realize how much we digest. Divine self-care, real divine self-care. They said that was so important. Okay, I think they had me create the Real Divine Self-Care with another deck at the same time. They're always saying, you take Real Divine Self-Care of yourself, it's naturally creating even more Real Divine Abundance as you're doing that. Very important, because you're supporting yourself here. Real Divine Self-Care also leads to what I was saying in the beginning. Whatever you're guided to do for yourself, you say you don't have time for. Yes, you have time for it. It's real divine self-care to make sure that you're continually rising as the Queen of Forces, that you're supporting the force that you have to use to create real divine abundance here, no matter what the gravity is, no matter what has happened, what's happening around you, what you're getting pinged 24/7, real divine self-care. There are multiple times they're making it very evident to me, step away, don't engage, pull back, even from people I really care about or circumstances, work, personal, whatever. They're like, take a moment, cleanse your energy. That was a lot. You're going to find that a lot more. They had me remove a lot of notifications, whatever's coming up for you about real divine self-care, because it's supporting that energy that you need to be using and utilizing and holding your own here, and then using it and applying that force, right? Which is your focus, your attention, your energy, right? All of that, that's creating your divine abundance. So that is what they want you to realize, like really, like for her, for your abilities, divine self-care. The next one for real divine abundance is find joy in all things big and small, as they will uplift your thoughts and energy to find more. They want you upright. They want you risen. They wanted you to do things big and small that feeds your soul, that supports this, that you love, because that's divine energy. It's going to uplift your thoughts and energy. Now that's come up in every single reading. When they talk about the gravity of the world, you must uplift your thoughts and energy. I've been trying to train the rest of my family. Like my extended family leans, I'm like whispering, like nobody watches these videos. My family or anybody, nobody would know. But they lean toward depressed, down, low vibration. It's like, that's why that guidebook, you have to keep your spirit up no matter what. I don't mean a smile on your face. I don't mean pretending it's positive, shining, happy day. I mean you're keeping your spirit, your divine spirit up no matter what. There's a part of you that knows this is just a moment in time. Today may be a lousy, not great day. Tomorrow will be better. It's keeping your spirit up no matter what. And it's very easy with what we're fed that you don't realize how low the vibration goes. You can watch something and you can really, do you hear the honks? It's like I was reading something online, I went down the rabbit hole, and I felt my vibration like spiral down. It was like news after news after news. It was, right, it's so easy to go like this article leads to this article leads to this article. I could feel the depression. I felt like my couch was sinking into an abyss. You don't realize, but as an empath or a sensitive, you can understand when you've been hit like with energy that's very low. You must uplift your thoughts and energy, right? So all the big and little things, and it doesn't have, why it's big and little, because I will alliterate this. You can shift in a minute, in a second, in a millisecond. So when they say big and small, they quite literally, if you took a moment out just to like water your plants, in that second, you're raising your thoughts, your energy. If you pet your dog, your animal, cat, I don't have pets anymore, but if you do, I'm flashing on that. It's a millisecond, big and small, something that just shifts, lets go of that horrible thought, and you're in you've created a better space already, and then you're doing something else in a millisecond that's feeding up more positive. You've shifted. It's beyond amazing how little things can shift your vibration completely, big and small. So be very evident of that and be more conscious of when you don't feel like the Queen of Forces. What have you been hit with? What did you digest? What did you read? What did you hear? What did you have to deal with? Real divine self-care. Lift your thoughts, uplift your energy. This has almost been the playbook of keeping you back and taking real divine self-care of this Queen of Forces energy state that they want you in, because you are creating real divine abundance. You are making it better and more beautiful for yourself and others. You're applying that force, and they want you in that force. So they could be really getting very real with you. Like this is what I've been getting in the background of my, I always say raised by spirit, like a spiritual education of how do you hold this here? How do you hold this in this terrain? And then as it's gotten, like they said, as it's gotten even more crazy, how are you holding this here? Right? You have to up these cards. You have to up it, right? They said that repeatedly. Each positive feeling is creating more right now. That's it. And isn't that real divine abundance? Each positive feeling is creating more right now. You are creating from that vibration. That's why they said, stay at this higher octave. It was in the last header. You can't make this up. And they said you don't remember. You don't even remember the message of the last reading. The last reading was, stay at this octave and you are creating and create it, right? And here it is. You're creating more right now. Real divine abundance, staying in this octave. And it's like we don't remember. I didn't even remember the last title that was in that video, and that's what it is. So this is it. They're supporting you to stay the Queen of Forces, but you support yourself to be, that's light work. That is light work 24/7. That's a 24/7 job that you're taking real divine self-care of yourself so that you are actually creating real divine abundance, that you are finding the joy, you're doing things big and small that keep your thoughts uplifted, right? Because that is uplifting your thoughts and energy, and all that positive feelings and energy is creating more right now. It's keeping you in this energy force, and you are a force to be reckoned with in this world. You are actually bringing that power and creativity and intuition and divine wisdom to the moment, to where you are, to what you're. I have chills everywhere. And so that is what they're keeping you in your real divine power in that way. And whenever you're faltering and where I have chills and where it's bringing me the biggest smile and tears in my eyes, is something's going to come in to remind you of this, of what to hold here. It's just actually freaking amazing to me. Divine spirit messages. And that's what, thank God, we're blessed with being very open and have our clairs open, right? Because you are receiving, you are a receiver here, and they're supporting you to be this Queen of Forces no matter what, to maintain that connection, to take care of yourself, and to receive. And here, let's get the divine spirit messages that will help keep you. But this is what, like, as you're going about your day, if you've taken some hits and you feel a little low, and all of a sudden something will come in, or you're guided to something that's lifting your energy again, or reminding you to lift your energy again, or yeah, that's right, I'm supposed to focus on that. That's right, I'm supposed to let that go. That's right, right? So this top card is you will find the way to go. You will find the way to go. They are guiding you. Remember, this moon is very important. It's your navigation system. You will find the way to go. What was the top card? Yeah, because you can surrender it now. You will find the way to go. If you're worried, you have anxieties, you have fears, you can surrender all that. You will find the way to go. You're getting it. You're receiving it. You're going to know it. That's almost like the high priestess force that you have. Don't deny that. Nobody has to tell you the way. You will know the way. You will find the way to go. It's almost, if you're in that stance, you're a receiver, and you will trust that you are understanding which way to go, what to do, and everything else. So let's get some more divine spirit messages. You will find the way to go. Remember, you don't have to know the whole plan A to Z. We didn't even remember the last video. How would you remember the directions even if it was given to you? They're making me laugh. It's so fun. Ooh, this flipped out back to me. Let yourself feel unburdened. Time to move on from that now. You have divine help. Exactly. You have divine help. You are going to know the way to go. There's a lot that we're moving from and to. And we're moving on from and to. And you have divine help. They're going to help you find the way to go. You can trust that and hold the stance, because that's the help that's coming through. So it's almost like in the darkness, sometimes we're like, how do we find our way here? And we've been plummeted so much. We feel our energy, our empowerment diminishing, our creativity, it's a lot here. It's a lot. You're going to find the way to go. You can always let yourself feel unburdened, move on. You have divine help, and it will come in. So that is the divine messages. They're helping you to find the way to go from and to. You have divine help. I mean, that's what they're saying. So a lot of us are moving from things to things, and they're helping you on the way to go. You have divine helpers come out in every single reading. That's why you are the sun and the moon. You're receiving. You have divine help here. They're supporting you to be the queen of forces here. I don't have any words beyond that. You're going to find that you are having divine help. Before you even utter a word in your mind and heart, you'll be answered. You're going to get divine help. We want you to take care of yourself again. Divine self-care. This is very, very important here. Number one message, they want you to take care of yourself here. You are the queen of forces. You're going to have to take care again of your energy. Very, very important. If you're guided to do more things and you're saying you don't have the time, make the time. I'm like number one guilty of that. I don't do as many. These are such a feeder for me. And my soul, I did it since I was a preteen, when I had my first deck that I found in some candy store. They didn't have decks. I'm aging myself, but they didn't have beautiful decks yet. It was like, I don't know what that was, but I did amazing readings. They were so elaborate, and I almost felt like it was training for this. It was like the layouts were so elaborate, and then I always heard spirit and blah 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 blah, right? It all leads to here. But what I'm saying is, as life gets busier and things get on your plate, you say I don't have time for that, but you always have time to support the queen of forces here. So whether it's supporting your empowerment or creativity, or your receptivity of your connection of all your clairs and feeling that connection, the real divine self-care. So even if you have 5 minutes, what are you doing in 5 minutes? It doesn't take long. Sometimes it just takes, even if you're surrounded, you can go to the bathroom, go for a quick walk, do your exercise, take a shower, just give yourself a moment, and your hobbies, whatever feeds you divine energy. Like they said, find joy in all things big and small. It's going to uplift your thoughts and energy. It's going to help you stay connected. So they definitely, it's very important. I think it also keeps your connection linked, so you are a receiver. It helps to clear out the energies of the world here and be a clear receiver. Remember how that made clear my throat so many times? Whatever's keeping you clear, calm, connected, it's really, really important. We don't understand how much we're digesting. So they're really saying, take care of yourself. You are the queen of forces here. Take care of yourself is going to be so, so important. You're going to find that a lot that's coming through is reminding you to take care of yourself. They're trying to help you to take more care of yourself here. You're going to feel you also need to balance more. I was getting that a lot because I'm a little guilty of being a workhorse. I'm one of those people, like, if it's on my plate, it has to be all done. Like, I'm not leave it for another day kind of person at all. So if I have a ton, even at work, I could work like 14 hours a day. It's crazy. You're going to even be guided to balance that a little more, Or it's almost like just how I said in the beginning, how, oh my God, I don't have time to do a monthly video, but it's like all of a sudden I got a very quiet morning and they gave me the space. Sometimes you're even given the space, like time is the abundance that you're creating. So this is all about creating more divine abundance for yourself. Let's not lose sight of that. They're giving you a lot come from naturally taking better care of yourself. You're actually creating more divine abundance for yourself in your life. It's really interesting. That's a lesson in itself. Sometimes you think you have to work 24/7. You know that illusion, that thing, you can work smarter, not harder. I think they're going to teach us how to work smarter, not harder. How to support your energy better here and use it like a queen of forces, really efficiently. Your capacity, hold your capacity, create more real divine abundance, and at the same time, really take care of yourself and your energy here. You're going to have wonderful results by doing this or being more aware of this. And that's what they're showing me. And it's so beautiful. Like, what's going to blossom from this? Yeah, we will send you some help. It lands. You have divine help. I'm telling you, you have help. You are receiving help. This Queen of Forces is having help, especially when it comes to how are you creating divine abundance and better results in the way that we need to hear. And that's a big sentence. But you have divine help. And they're going to make it really clear. And you need reminding of that quite often. Like I said, then remember, we don't remember we have divine help. Sometimes just remembering that you have divine help helps keep you in this force because you feel backed. And that's why I always say love, support, backing, because that backing is so important. We will help you over obstacles. Exactly. This feels so much, right? To stay the Queen of Forces here. We're going to help you. There are obstacles, right? They're going to send you some help. It's time to move on. They're going to help you find the way to go. And just like they're giving it to us in messages here, in your day-to-day, you stay linked and in your empowerment, tapped in with your creativity and receiving. They're helping you to find the way to go on how are you being that Queen of Forces and creating more divine abundance in your life. How are you taking real divine self-care of yourself? How are you applying? How are you getting better results? And they're helping you. You're going to have divine help with this matter. They're helping you over obstacles. You can get guidance through all your clears. Pay attention as you're going. They're helping you to find the way to go as you're doing this and applying this in your life, creating more real divine abundance. This is the sentence. A lot of it is monitoring. You're leaving, feel more unburdened, right? Time to move on from that and go forward over obstacles and create more real divine abundance. You're the Queen of Forces. Support yourself as the Queen of Forces, creating more real divine abundance. You have divine help has come out. Really take care of yourself in August. You're going to have wonderful results almost from being this. And all that it takes to be this is creating this. And they are supported. They have help. I just want to sum this up. I hope if you're facing obstacles, you are getting help in August. And you're going to feel that they're helping you not only create it, but with the capacity to be the Queen of Forces, no matter what, right? With no matter what you're facing, with no matter what you're doing, that you're creating more real divine abundance in your life. So I wish you the best in August, and stay open to all the help. I think that's, when they say you have divine help, they mean that quite literally. And most importantly, it's probably about helping you find the way to go. So know that you are in this stance. And sometimes we need a reminder that you are. And when you don't feel that, kick up the self-care so that you understand that this is you. A reminder that this is you. And with this help, you're creating real divine abundance. So I wish you the best with August with your efforts. So like they said, they're supporting your power, your capacity, the balancing, the force that you are to be reckoned with. I love this. It's like you are a force to be reckoned with. And you support yourself, your abilities to be that, divine help, and you're creating more real divine abundance from your efforts. So they're supporting your embodiment, your capacity to do that. A lot of the times it's not just what you're doing, but also what you're releasing, because back here it was like uplift your thoughts and your energy, feel unburdened. So even when you let go of that, you're coming up more fully into this, right? And at the same time, you're creating more abundance. So yeah, so I wish you the best in August. I really do. Oh, this is so beautiful. This kicked over community. Yeah, you're helping yourself and your community, those around you, in this capacity. Yeah, I mean, that's what that just came over, because it says you have the divine power to make it more beautiful. You're bringing that to your world. You're bringing that to your family. You're bringing that to your community. When they said you're creating real divine abundance. It's for you and others. You're the Queen of Forces here. They're supporting your abilities here. So beautiful. Your efforts, your force that you are is so supported in August. Pay attention to all the divine help that comes through for you, especially when it comes to helping you over obstacles, creating more divine abundance, staying in this energy and this force to be reckoned with. I love that. You're going to have wonderful results from this. So I wish you the best for August. Take care. Bye-bye.